king of kickboxing. He's the king because many have tried and many have failed. So let's see if Lazaar can use that power to do something against Rico Verhoeven.
Let's take you back to yesterday's weigh-in and look how Rico just towers over Lazaar. But this is nothing new for the Moroccan.
No, the Moroccan has fought every fight he's been in. He's the shorter. He's not as big, but he's come out victorious in almost all of those fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. A 5-round, non-title super fight in the Glory Heavyweight division between a deceptively strong newcomer who has made a career of silencing his critics and the crown king of the division with wins over some of the sport's legendary names. This bout sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association. At the opening bell, your referee is Tobias Gerald. From the Brabant Holland to Brazil, Glory kickboxing fans are watching around the world. It's time for Glory! Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He is a former European heavyweight champion. His professional record, 30 wins with 2 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 15 of those wins coming by knockout. At 5 feet, 11 and a half inches, 1.82 meters. He weighed in at fight time at an even 268 pounds, 121.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Morocco. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Ismail, the star, Lazaar. His opponent, standing on our left and fighting out of the white corner, rides a 12-fight Glory win streak dating back to 2013. His professional record, 50 wins with 10 losses, 14 of those wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, 1.96 meters, and he weighed in at 255 and 1/2 pounds, an even 116 kilos. Fighting out of the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning Glory heavyweight champion of the world, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven. Once again, your referee in charge is Tobias Gerald.
Gentlemen, it's 5 rounds in the Glory Heavyweight division. You both know the rules, so respect my command at all times, protect yourself at all times. Fight good, fight clean, fight hard, may the best man win. Touch glove if you want, and back to the corners. Judge.
Will we see another dominant victory for the king? Or can Lazaar pull off perhaps the biggest upset in the history of Glory? It's a heavyweight super fight in Den Bosch, Netherlands. And here we go. 5 rounds. Rico in the white gloves, Lazaar in the black.
Rico's gonna wanna keep Lazaar at the end of his punches. That's why he's throwing that jab, staying long, make it difficult for Lazaar to try to get inside.
The crowd about split 50-50. Lazaar from nearby as well. A lot of Moroccan fans waiting to explode here tonight. No fear from Lazaar. He'll come right at you all night long.
Well, when you fight giants, every time you fight, you can't be scared. You can't respect Rico too much. That's why he's kind of staying there. He's got to counter right back.
And if you've watched some of Lazaar's highlights online, you know he has a pretty good high kick as well. He's extremely flexible.
Yeah, he has this left high kick that he throws really high. I'm sure as he loosens up, we'll start to see it.
Lazaar, a massive underdog in this fight. If you wanted to win $100 on Rico winning, you'd have to put down $2,000. He's a 20-1 favorite. Nice uppercut from Lazaar.
Probably a strategy. I can see him trying to hit the body, try to mix uppercuts. Where Rico's staying long, using that jab.
You can see how Rico keeps his left hand high as well. He knows that overhand right from Lazaar is a doozy.
And everyone that fights Rico says the same thing. He executes the game plan perfect. He stays focused. He's a perfectionist.
Rico with those long, powerful legs. Look at that man's thighs, by the way. Well, they're completely natural.
Well, his kicks are one of his best weapons. So I expect him to be using his low kicks, left high kicks, body kicks. Keep defensive up top and chop away with his kicks. Nice combinations from Rico.
Another big advantage Lazaar has is that he can take a punch. He'll take the abuse to land his big right hand.
Let him go. Go. Fight.
And a right hand there towards the end of the round as Rico has something to say, and I guess the bell rang there.
No, Rico's mouth guard was flung out of the ring. They have to get that from the first row.
We'll see a replay. I think you're right, Joe. Lazaar may have knocked Rico's mouthpiece into the crowd. Joe, here are your keys to glory for tonight's heavyweight attraction.
Well, it's not a big surprise that Lazaar's going to want to try to get on the inside, look to attack the body, and make sure he throws punches in bunches, where Rico's going to do what he does best, control the fight, use his reach and height advantage, and look to chop away with those kicks.
Here's that last punch from Lazaar right at the end of round one. Boom! Out comes the mouthpiece.
Yeah, one of Lazaar's biggest punches is that overhand right. Perfectly timed.
And Rico says, good punch, man. Not sure that was enough to give the first round to Lazaar, but we'll find out momentarily under our open scoring system. Many people didn't think Lazaar would see the second round, but he's right here, and he's very much in this fight. Landed the best shot of round one.
And it's 5 rounds, and when asked what he thinks about the 5 rounds, he's like, I like it. It gives me 5 different opportunities to try to put Rico out.
All 5 judges scored 10-9 for Glory's heavyweight champion, Rico Verhoeven. Not only is Lazaar excited about 5 rounds, he predicted he'd knock out Rico and would do it in the 5th round.
There's that overhand right he keeps landing. That seems to be his best shot that he's been landing.
Here's your punches to the head. Verhoeven with 21, Lazaar with 8.
Step back.
What do you make so far of the strategy of Ismail Lazaar?
Well, he's doing well. He's showing that he can take it and stand in the pocket with Rico. He's got to keep moving his head off of Rico's jab and try to counter with that overhand right.
Ismail Lazaar has never been knocked out. In fact, he's never been knocked down, even in training. So Rico has his work cut out for him if he wants to win by KO here tonight.
Fighting really smart, keeping long, keeping his distance.
This is exactly what Rico wants.
Now we southpaw. Look for that left kick.
Lazaar landed a grazing left hand. And if Lazaar is indeed waiting for the perfect moment to throw his punch on a counter punch, what is the strike that he's waiting for Rico to throw?
Well, he's looking for Rico just to exchange on the inside, and he's looking to throw that overhand right. But if anything, it's that jab that he can slip his head off and counter with, because he knows Rico's establishing that straight punch.
Rico appears to be getting more and more comfortable, which could be a good or bad thing.
Well, I think it's going to see Rico being more active. Now that he's felt some of the power of Lazaar, you'll see him starting opening up, start throwing a little bit more combinations.
A lunging uppercut connects for Lazaar. Rico Verhoeven in phenomenal shape. And even when Rico blocks some of those punches from Lazaar, it still knocks him off balance. That's how much power Lazaar has.
They're still going through, but Lazaar just ate an uppercut.
And an inside low kick.
And those inside low kicks Rico throws to the inside back leg is a very difficult shot to pull off.
What a jab. You could see Lazaar's head snap back. So a good round 2 for Rico Verhoeven.
Yeah, it's definitely 2-0 for Rico. Lazaar did find some success with some punches on the inside, but Rico really sticking to that game plan to keep Lazaar at the end of his punch. Well, you see Rico trying to establish straight punches, but man, Rico's just so slick with his combinations, mixing angles, and he landed some beautiful uppercuts in that round. But just shows how tough the chin of Lazaar is to be able to take an uppercut like that and still stay in the pocket.
Knees right to the thigh of Lazaar. Round 3. This fight has flown by. We haven't had a magical moment quite yet, although the mouth guard being knocked out was pretty spectacular. We'll see the official judges' scores here in a moment. Another 10-9 round for all 5 judges. So Verhoeven up 2-0 over Ismail Lazaar.
And by Rico being active on the outside like this, it makes it very difficult for a forward fighter like Lazaar to come in because he has to eat punches. But when Lazaar's in there on the inside, he has to capitalize. Put those punches in bunches and go.
The push kick has become a pretty good weapon for Rico in this fight.
Yeah, and same with that inside back leg low kick.
I would think a push kick would be a very frustrating kick to absorb over and over, just like a jab.
Yeah, and it's the strategy to use. When you're a taller fighter and you're fighting a shorter pressure fighter, straight attacks work, jabs, right hands, front kicks, because that shorter fighter needs to get on the inside.
And now Rico's starting to open up a little bit. Nice combination. Started in the head, ended with a low kick.
The combination on the inside that seems to be working is that right uppercut, left hook, follow low kick. One of my favorites to throw on the inside.
We haven't seen a high kick attempt from Lazaar yet, I don't believe.
No, he's relying solely on his boxing.
And now when he gets inside, he's being a little gun shy as Lazaar. There he is in there.
Could be the fatigue factor building up.
A minute to go here in round 3. With a kick distribution for Verhoeven. Head, body, and leg. Lazaar hasn't landed a head kick or a body kick.
Now, his best weapon earlier on in the fight was that overhand right. But since then, Rico made the adjustment. He's keeping his left guard really tight and shut down that overhand right.
If Lazaar was to win this fight, it would have to be by knockout. No one thought he was going to win on a points decision. So even though he's losing the first 2 rounds and maybe the third as well, it's no time to panic for Lazaar. Still has 6 minutes left to do something. Rico using his distance beautifully to land that right hand while he was backing up. not much to cheer about for Lazaar fans there in round 3.
No, it's still all Rico Verhoeven. And you can see the dominance by his activity and overhand right punches, slipping punches. What makes Rico so dangerous and so great is his technical aspect to fighting, his footwork, his distance, his ability to change levels with all of his strikes, and he's just able to pick Lazaar apart. And if you look at the total strikes landed, Rico has landed 121 strikes versus 53 from Lazaar.
And there's the proof, Joe just mentioned it. Over double the output for Rico Verhoeven. And just looking into his face right now, Verhoeven feels very much in control of this fight.
Ready, fight!
Lazaar is known for being bold and fearless. You may have to see some of that here in the last 2 rounds.
Well, a lot of people asked why this was a 5-round fight, and Lazaar was happy with a 5 because if that was a 3-round fight, the fight would be over. So Lazaar does have 2 more chances if it can go to a 5th round.
Lazaar's fans trying to build some confidence, get some fire under him.
There he goes, trying to counter back with some combinations of his own.
Left hand, a little baby hook there from Lazaar. Look at Rico, just trying to chop the tree down.
Well, it's that combination. He threw a punch, a knee, and a kick all in one combination. Constantly changing levels. He jabs you, front kicks you, inside low kick, then he attacks the back leg, outside leg, constantly changing his areas of attack.
And it looks like Rico's no longer fearing the power of Lazaar. He's more willing to come inside now instead of staying at distance the entire time.
Rico's even comfortable staying in southpaw.
Earlier it was Lazaar trying to push the pace. Now look at Rico walking forward. Oh, he could have landed a right hand there. Lazaar has to be careful. Lazaar told us he's in shape to go 10 rounds, much less 5.
It'd be interesting to see Lazaar attack Rico when he's in his southpaw with aggressive boxing. Test Rico's defense from a southpaw.
A switch kick from Lazaar.
And there's a smirk, it looked like, on Rico's face.
He appreciates the technique.
Maybe he was impressed that Lazaar was able to do it.
There was the right hand that Lazaar's been looking for. Didn't come close. Does Lazaar still have the power after eating all these shots?
Doesn't seem like it. We'll see, though. He predicted a 5th round.
5th round knockout. That was a prediction from Lazaar. That means it'll happen in these final 3 minutes. Another rather dominant round for Rico Verhoeven. It's 4 rounds to none. So Lazaar, the star, has to get a KO here.
Hij gaat niet knock-out op zijn kop, dus daar heb ik geen zin. Hier ga je het niet meer redden, achterste benen. Ga naar die armen. Ga naar die armen. Kijk uit hè. Hij gaat je eigen afstand. Ja, kom aan, hij komt er even uit.
You saw Lazaar smiling and almost laughing in his corner. I don't know if it's because I can't hit this guy or if it's because I got this. Don't worry about me. Let's see. 3 minutes to go here in this heavyweight super bout.
Let's see what Lazaar can put together. If you can threat and combinations together.
One judge gave round 4 to Lazaar. So there's that moral victory. So now, does Rico just coast home, or does he try and please the home crowd here?
Well, he tried moving and ate a right hand, but I don't know Dutch, but it looked like Dennis Crowell in the corner of Rico was telling him to use his kicks.
And there was one right there. Upper thigh.
Straight punches and kicks from Rico.
Rico told us a knockout for him just wasn't important. He just wanted to win. If a knockout came, it came. But right now, it's looking more and more like a points victory, and a dominant one at that for Verhoeven. We haven't seen Lazaar just go beast mode and just throw lefts and rights at the head.
Well, there was some early exchanges, but I think he was discouraged early from the tight defense of Rico.
Just nothing behind those punches for Lazaar, even though he gets inside.
Wicked combination from Rico. Ripped the body, then ripped an uppercut right up the middle.
A minute to go here, the 5th and final round. And you can see when Lazaar gets inside, it's just a jab and a right hand that just doesn't have anything behind it.
No, there's not much. Rico keeps mixing knees and uppercuts.
Oh, there's a left hand, and it may have staggered Rico.
And
there's a right hand, and here comes Rico fighting back.
And he makes an uppercut in that combination.
The best moment of the fight for Lazaar, but does he have the energy to follow it up?
Another right hand from Lazaar.
Oh, and an uppercut from Rico. 10 seconds to go. Rico's going for the home run shot.
He finally opened up there.
And that's it. Domination for the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven.
That was incredible, and you got to look at some of these total strikes. Rico had landed 207 versus the 84 of Lazaar. Just so beautiful with his distance, beautiful with his combinations and strike selection. That's why he's the king of kickboxing.
This is as close as Ismail Lazaar got to glory. There was the left hook, and then the uppercut, and a right hand to follow it up. He had 3 punches left in him, Joe, and we saw him.
Well, they rocked Rico's head, but he stayed in the pocket. He got a little emotional. You saw him open up, but no, Lazaar just didn't have enough power to do any threat to Rico on the inside.
A chance for the man known as the Star to become a superstar tonight, but just not enough there for Ismail.
Well, there is a victory for him. He did stay 5 rounds with the best in the world, as who's going down as one of the best kickboxers of all time, so there is a little victory for Lazaar.
Here are the highlights from this, our super fight main event.
And most of these are going to be Rico really trying to establish his difference, staying active with combinations, showing good defense on the outside, good defense on the inside, where Lazaar just kept going forward all 5 rounds. Although he wasn't doing damage, he didn't back up, he stayed in the pocket and still showed some threat in his overhand right. But Rico's combinations, changing levels with his low kicks, body kicks, front kicks, that strike selection and distance control was just beautiful performance.
Here are our final fight statistics, and as you can imagine, they're pretty much all one way for Rico Verhoeven. 208 total strikes landed, compared to 84 for Ismail the Star Lazaar. Now for the official decision, we go back into the ring, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. One has it 49-46. The other 4 see it the same, 50-45. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Rico Verhoeven.
Congratulations, a dominating performance for the king of kickboxing. How would you rate your performance in there? Because it looked like you were having a really good time.
Whew. Please ask me, don't ask how to rate it, because for me, I hope the audience it was okay, but for me it definitely was a 5 or something. I definitely let him pull me too much towards his game. But for him to do that, a lot of props. Respect.
Ismail,